All right, retail giant Bed Bath & Beyond is making a comeback. Not sure if you knew about this, but the company announcing today that they will not be opening or operating retail stores in the state of California as they go through this comeback, calling it the most expensive and risky environments for businesses in America. It's a system that makes it harder to employ people, harder to keep doors open, and harder to deliver value to customers. Think about that. Think about how big of a market California is, and for a company to make that decision. Marcus Lemonis is the executive chairman of Bed Bath & Beyond and is with us now. And sir, it's good to have you on the show.
Rob, how are you, buddy?
Good to see you. And you're bringing this company back. I used to love Bed Bath & Beyond. I was sad to hear when they went into, I think, Chapter 11. But you're coming back, and you're not coming back to Cali. Tell us why.
I think when you look at the cost of doing business across America, we want to be in markets where we can actually make a profit. We can provide a very competitive and fair wage, and we don't wake up every morning wondering if we're going to be sued by some class action lawsuit or overregulated by a local government. I think at the end of the day, when you look at businesses that have had to leave California, those are the principal reasons. And the fact that they keep telling us in California that they're the fourth largest economy in the world, I get it. But it's also probably one of the worst places to try to make a profit.
Isn't it something how every time you listen to Gavin Newsom talk about his state, you know, I noticed that a lot of these guys do this. He takes credit for all of the things that happen in his state despite him. You know, it's like California is a massive, thriving economy. It's a fantastic place. It can be a fantastic place to live. It can be a fantastic place to do business. But those things could be so much better if he wasn't there.
I think if we had more of a red-leaning philosophy around deregulating business and taking away some of the labor environment issues and litigation reform, it's a great place. Look, it's beautiful. The weather's beautiful. There's a lot of big cities there. And we do serve that through bedbathandbeyond.com. And we think we could pour all of that money into delivering a better product. For me, it's just about how do I prevent the shareholders of our company from feeling like every day they're waking up, they're going to get sued over something that they don't have anything to do with.
And there's other major companies, Tesla, Oracle, Toyota, Palantir, Nestle, Charles Schwab, John. I mean, you see it, Hewlett Packard. These are all companies that have left this state, that have left such an incredible market.
Yeah, when you look at that list of companies, I mean, you're talking about everything from technology to automotive to financial investing. It isn't like there's one thing. And I think we had a little news about In-N-Out Burger moving its headquarters, like it's a burger, and they're frustrated. So at some point, you know, I'd love to see Gavin Newsom out of office. I'd love to see a more responsible, balanced approach to how we manage businesses in there. And if you want companies to invest, you're going to need to incentivize them to do so.
And just so insufferable to watch this shift from him after all of these years of, I think, pandering to the worst ideas in that state, pandering to the worst philosophies that his state has proffered up. And now he flips over. And, you know, I remember him, you know, last year he's cleaning up garbage under the bridge, and he starts to moderate his politics, and he's trying to clean up his state to show something off that's not embarrassing and humiliating for him as he tries to work toward running the entire country. He is a chameleon. He has no real political identity.
Well, I think, you know, it's a little even further than that. You know, as you know, I have the television show on Fox, The Fixer, and I can tell you that people in Hollywood don't want to be there anymore either. And once you've lost that audience, once you've lost the entertainment industry, I don't know where you recover from there. He has convinced California residents that they're living in a wonderful place. And there are parts of that that are true. But for small business owners that are trying to make a living, that are overregulated, I sympathize with small business owners. And that's really, you know, part of why we're getting out there and saying somebody's got to say something.
Yeah. Can I just ask real quick an update on the company? Because I was not aware, when we booked you today, I was not aware that your company was making a comeback. I don't think a lot of people know that.
No, so I took over as executive chairman about 1.5 years ago at a company called Overstock. You may have remembered Overstock.com. They exist today, huge business. The company went out and bought the intellectual property of Bed Bath & Beyond a little under 2 years ago. We're now bringing stores back, but we're doing over $1 billion online at bedbathandbeyond.com, and people don't even know we're open. So as we start opening stores, we love everybody in California. We want to sell online, but we're not going to open there.
Good businessman. Marcus Lemonis. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
You got it.
You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.